welcome back, guys. This is the GSL Code A. I am Doa. With me is Wolf. We're in the thick of it now. We're about to go into our third match, and you know what? I'm glad we didn't get to see the end of that music video because it just gets depressing at the end.
Yeah, I won't spoil the ending for you guys, but
yeah, let's look it up. If you want to be depressed.
Okay, so I thought it was really weird. Like, you know, we weren't listening. We didn't have any audio when we were watching the videos. So the girl comes out of the shower, and she looks at the guy, and she looks surprised. And I think what's going through her head is, why is this guy wearing eyeliner? That's really weird. He's just sitting in his house. He's, like, dressed nicely. He's looking at a map in his house. Why is he doing that? And the guy looks at her, and he says, you just took a shower. How do you have eyeliner on?
I know.
That's so weird. How does that happen?
You know, I've heard some people actually like get tattoos on their eyelids. That is like permanent eyeliner.
Genius. That is genius.
I bet that's what it is. And he was just mapping out the best plastic surgeons to continue like increasing his looks.
Yeah, I think that's what was going on.
That's true.
He was not like doing anything worldly. He's trying to trick her, and then he's like, "I know how to charm her. I'll pretend like my head's stuck in the freezer." No, dude, that's not gonna work. This girl is clearly brainless. Okay.
She's like, you could just lean back anytime. I know. Yeah, and then they just frolic in a field and have a campfire. And let's just pretend the video ends like that because that's the happy point.
Yeah, don't watch the end of that video.
Yeah, it's just depressing, like we mentioned. You know what's not depressing, though? Our next match, it is going to be an awesome TVT. But first, we're going to take a look at this replay of an awesome ZVZ.
Look at this.
Oh, man.
Man, our observer knows how to catch everything. He like knew the exact moment in the replay to put the replay on screen for us to watch that, too.
He's a legend.
He is. Legendary, man.
That's right. So, we have the lair going up, you know.
And he was able to see that, and that's really the key, of course, to this.
Well, he also saw the Spire in this game as well.
He's like, well, yeah, I mean, that's what...
change anything, but...
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, this is the Spire. And seeing the Spire is really what was key, not the lair. I mean, the lair is like, well, he's probably just getting a lair, but...
Lair can mean a lot of things.
He didn't see a Roach Warren, which means, okay, he's going for a Spire. He's not going to, like, go Hydras. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
but seeing that lair made him go, okay, well... I don't have a lair, and I don't have an Evo chamber even yet, so I absolutely have to kill him now with Zerglings, and he did it at the right moment and just killed him.
Yeah, I saw the Spire coming in, and I was like, you know, he's going to need to do something, and I look at the mini-map, and all that blue streaming across the center of the map, and I'm like, I think he's got it. And, you know, right here, if you just watch what Curious does, I mean, well, just pretend you're watching what Curious does. There we go. He just, I don't know.
Sees the Spire.
But he still does some damage. Here's where the Banelings get confused. They're like, it all looks so good. All right, we'll do that. But he does, like you said, see the Spire, and then the Zerglings really start to run fast. Man, that upgrade is crazy. How can anyone control that? I don't understand it.
Well, this is, you know, just basically textbook of how this matchup plays out when someone goes for Spire, when you do not have the answer prepared.
Yeah. I mean, Curious knew exactly what to do in that case. He's like, all right, I know my opponent is low on units. I know he's going to be even lower on units because he's been spending stuff on a Spire.
Yeah, and he came in with those units earlier and he saw you have nothing. So, I mean, might as well. That was a scary moment right there. He almost lost all of his Zerglings. That would have lost him the game, in fact.
A couple scary moments in this one.
And
oh, that's a scary moment for drones everywhere watching this. Yeah. So Curious... Basically, I don't want to say dominating because the games were fairly close, but
it was like
did well.
Monster was afraid. It was like Curious was hiding under his bed, actually.
Monster's checking under the bed for Curious.
That's what
Chuck
what
Norris
was going
looks
on.
under his bed for Startail Curious. He looks under there and just sees that Curious face staring out at him. He's like, ugh. His mustache turns white.
Luckily for me, man, I sleep on the floor. My bed's on the floor, so there's no monsters under my bed. No Curious under my bed either. Yep. No burrowed roaches under there. I'm quite aware of that.
Sleeping on the floor in Korea is actually really nice because most of the places in Korea have like floor heating, which is awesome. Well, I love that.
I'm the guy who doesn't even use floor heating because I like to save money, and like it's not really that cold. It's not even below freezing, so I'm like, I don't use any heating at all. That's how awesome I am, guys.
You're that guy.
I'm that guy.
You're the guy that like buys one of those like big Hershey's chocolate bars and like breaks off a tiny edge of it and then he wraps up and puts it back in the fridge. He's like,
I actually do that.
Later.
I actually do that.
I know.
I'm like, that's weird.
No, it's not. It's perfectly normal.
Yeah, I actually do that sometimes. You know what's
Yeah.
the best thing to do with those type of Hershey bars? In my opinion, I like to break up the squares. Not for s'mores. S'mores are good too, but I like to eat them with pretzels. I like chocolate and pretzels together.
that is really good,
And you don't even
actually.
have to like put
Yeah.
them together and eat them. If you just eat chocolate and pretzels at the same time, it's like a good
Yeah.
mix. Try it.
So, like,
and
sweet and salty, you think it's awesome.
yeah, it's good. I
Yeah.
mean, or you could just get chocolate pretzels, but usually those cost more than they're worth. So you should just buy a bag of
Yeah.
pretzels and buy a chocolate bar. That's what you should do.
Well, you know what you can even do if you really want to be ambitious and save money, buy the chocolate, buy the pretzel separately, melt the chocolate, dip the pretzels in the chocolate.
That
do
is
that.
also an option, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely so. I
You
I
guys
never
are
went
learning
that
so much
far,
today.
but really though, if you like chocolate pretzels, just try it sometime. Buy a Hershey bar, a large one like a king size one would be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Just break the squares off slowly and eat them with the pretzels. It's good. It's actually just awesome.
Yeah.
White chocolate,
There you
dark
go.
chocolate.
Not white chocolate. No,
White
thanks
chocolate's
there.
okay.
I'm gonna,
It's not the best. I think dark chocolate and milk chocolate are
dark is
definitely
much
better, but
oh, you know
it's
what's
definitely
better than all of that? Slayer's Boxer, man. I mean, he always goes down smooth. His builds are so silky cool.
They are, man. He looks at the pretzels actually,
That's
and
right.
they become chocolate pretzels.
That's true.
They
Like-
want to be, you know, just what he wants.
He puts his mouse pad over them and goes kazam, and he whips it away, and they become chocolate pretzels.
Well, let's be
True.
honest. Don't we all just want to be what Slayer's Boxer wants us to be? He's like, he may be just a pro gaming coach, but I feel like everyone in the world just wants to listen to his advice.
Yeah, like Boxer can just do like life self-help stuff, and everyone would listen.
And Boxer's like, your
True.
shoes untied. I'm like, oh my god, thank you.
It's like then the one dumb guy's like, yeah, whatever, Boxer, I'm not gonna fall for that one. And then he like ducks, he like looks down anyway, and Boxer uppercuts him.
No, he looks down and
Why
his
not?
shoe becomes untied
That's true.
because Boxer said it was.
He like ties it again, and Boxer's like, your shoe's untied. He's like, that's impossible. He looks down, it's untied again. He like looks down a third time, and he's actually not wearing socks or shoes. Boxer, he looks up, and Boxer's holding him in his hands. It's just how cool he is.
He's like, your shoes are in the refrigerator. He's like, what?
That's right. And the guy who's in the music video like pulls his head out of the refrigerator. He's like, it's true. It's all connected. Now you know why we show those videos between the breaks. You always
Oh,
wondered.
man.
Now you know. He's got to go up against this guy right here, who I think is a pretty formidable TV tier. It is Startail Virus.
They have actually battled before,
They have,
and
yeah.
you know, Virus. I like Virus's style. He and Boxer have the same style of TVT, where they don't like to do that timing attack. They like to take the whole map. They like to have the soft contain that becomes a hard contain with like turrets across the map, making extra orbitals.
You know, if just thinking about this TVT reminds me of Boxer's last TVT, that was really, really amazing. The way he did Bio versus Mech in those games, where he would have like half his army standing there, and then the other half of the army would be in medevacs, just kind of methodically dropping Marauders on siege tanks, winning every fight that way. Completely, I don't want to say brand new style, but he kind of did things in a way we hadn't really seen before. Really wondering if we're going to see that again. I don't know. I've got a feeling that we're going to see some Marine tank in this match. I just have this feeling.
I think we will too.
Yeah.
The first map is going to be Belshire Beach. Not the best map for Marine Tank. This one, you usually see mech style play, and a lot of times Banshees. It's a really good map for Banshees, so we'll see.
Absolutely. Well, here we go, guys. Belshire Beach, like Wolf said, is going to be our first map. Then we're going to go to Dual Sight, which is always an interesting TBT map. And then if we need it, Calm Before the Storm. It's strange that the Calm Before the Storm is the last map. It's kind of like the storm at the end of the storm.
I think it's an awesome map, though. I'm really excited. If we get to a third game, it'll be sick to watch these players battle out, perhaps going Command Center first against each other. But right now, the map is loaded. Are you ready, Doa?
Oh, I am so ready for this one, man.
All
I'm
right.
so excited.
Well, Slayer's Boxer versus Virus, game one. Let's get into it. Always say that.
It's okay. All right, guys, thanks to our sponsors. And here on the left side of the map in the red is the Emperor himself, possibly the most famous pro gamer of all time. It is the one and only
Slayers Boxer.
Oh, you guys can hear that.
I am so glad that I get to cast this guy on my last day here at the GSL.
There were, well, hold that thought. We got to introduce our other player. Ooh.
Oh, all right.
Down there.
It says something. Whoa, that guy was going to do a dance. Now that guy needs to do a dance. All right, and on the right side of the map, in the blue, from the team Startail, look out. Wear your coat outside. It's getting cold. If you don't, you might catch a... Oh, come on. Oh, this is so disappointing. It's...
Startail
Well,
virus.
you know what happened to Trickster and Fruit Dealer, man?
What?
They caught the Startail virus.
I guess they did. That's true. Oh, you're so clever today. Oh, well, look at that drawing of that medevac. That kid, he
so
comes
good.
to the studio every day and draws the awesomest cheerfuls.
He
like
does,
half
man.
of the awesome ones there is. Look at that. So many fans for Boxer here.
Oh my God.
78%.
Virus is going to go Command Center first.
That's a bold move considering Boxer's going for a normal opening. Obviously, Virus doesn't know that, but very bold move to do Command Center first on this map.
In fact, Boxer actually went for gas first.
Did he now?
I believe so. And he's taking a second gas now.
Yeah, we're going to see some cloaked
This is going to be pretty tough for Virus.
You know, the thing with Boxer, though, is that you never really know what he's going to do. He's got the most unique builds of any Terran out there, easily. And so, yeah, you can't really always count on him doing something normal. Look at that Tech Lab right away on the
Gonna go
barracks.
for Reaper first.
Exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, he never quite does things like you expect. For better or for worse. Sometimes it's been good, sometimes it's been not so good.
Well, you know, this Reaper can do a lot of damage. It's definitely going to allow him to see everything that Virus is doing.
Yeah, I'd say he could definitely keep that natural a little bit under wraps for a little bit as well.
And even with the gas spent on the Tech Lab and the Reaper, he's still going to be able to get an early factory, which he'll make right now. Now!
Wow. So accurate.
And I have to say, Boxer, he's going to be able to put so much endless pressure on Virus. Virus is going to have his work cut out for him.
Oh, a second Reaper.
Yeah, he is.
Nice. I like it. This is becoming more popular in TVT, actually. The getting of more than one Reaper. That was an awkward way to say it, but you get the idea.
Yeah. Well, with our newer GSL maps and with the rise in popularity of the Command Center First build, this is just something we're going to start seeing more of.
Yeah. Oh, that Marine doesn't stand a chance, man.
No, and he didn't even fire all the way. A huge mistake by Virus.
Yeah.
Not even damaging that Reaper slightly.
Oh, look at this. He's going to get maybe an SCV or two. Oh, 2 Marines come out, though. He does need to be a little bit careful. Reaper can't take on the 2 Marines. He's got to make a run for it. Going between the trees there. And there's a starport right away for Boxer as well. So we'll have to see what he plans. He's making a Hellion. You can squeeze out a Hellion before your Tech Lab if you're going to go for Banshees. But
well, imagine if Boxer goes with like 2 SCVs, a Hellion, and 2 Reapers.
Yeah, man.
And attacks
right
now.
Reaper speed. I love it. This is why.
Oh, my God.
This is why I'm so happy to get to cast Slayer's Boxer. Always entertaining no matter
I didn't
what.
even recognize that icon. I'm like, what is that weird jetpack thing?
You don't make enough Reapers, Wolf.
Well, he is going to attack actually with 2 Reapers and a Hellion, not bringing the SCVs that I thought. 3 Reapers actually.
I've actually seen this build before. Yeah, I was going to say he's going to make a medevac and he's actually going to heal the Reapers. This becomes very, very, very hard to spot or stop rather for
if
someone
you don't
who
have a
goes
bunker,
Command
man.
Center first. Yeah, if you've only got Marines, you will just lose. In fact, Virus
he might actually die right now. Here we go.
Yeah, I think he will because there's just no way that he's going to defend against this. Yeah, well, he's got a good amount of Marines, but remember, Boxer's not going to be too aggressive with this yet. He's going to wait for the medevac, making Reapers, and when that medevac gets there, this is going to become so deadly. It's awesome. I love this build for Boxer. I believe the last time I saw it was in the Code A qualifiers a couple months ago from him.
Yeah.
But he does it every once in a while, and this is a good map for it, too.
He's actually put Hellions into the dropship.
Yeah.
Now, the Reapers are going to be able to come into the main just by jumping with the dropship, so he's going to have all these units together in the main where the Marines are not.
Oh,
He's
but
got
the
a
Marines
few of
are
them over
waiting.
there.
You know, he's going to drop the Hellions first, let the Marines start to fire at those. Oh, look at that, dropping just on the range of the Marines. Here come the Hellions! And look at the Hellions doing a great job buffering for that Marine damage, and oh man, Virus is in huge trouble right now.
These Reapers have speed, guys.
Yeah, he's going to be able to camp the Marines as they come out as well with perfectly healed Reapers. Look at that. Reaper speed. Look at that
medevac
micro.
healing. Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah,
this is Slayer's
Reaper.
Boxer, guys.
This is exactly Slayer's Boxer. This is why people love this guy so much.
Trying to use these SCVs to surround, but with good Hellion micro from Boxer, it looks like it's not going to matter.
Yeah, you know what? This game is actually just over right now, Wolf. A beautiful, beautiful build for Boxer. He's got a Banshee. He doesn't even need it. GG. Slayer's Boxer really putting on a show in Game 1. The Reaper's not dead, Wolf.
Reaper is not dead.
Yeah. Awesome build from Boxer.
That was art, man.
Yeah. I mean, all right, let's be honest here. That was a build order win. You know, it was.
Absolutely.
It was. But Boxer played it as best as you possibly could. And, you know, it's unique, too. It's something that your opponent doesn't necessarily expect to see. So awesome choice in the first game for Boxer. And now that's got to really shake up Virus, too, for game 2. He doesn't really know what he's going to see. Because Boxer, he plays standard sometimes he does something like that.
I'll guarantee you he's not feeling good. And, you know, he went Command Center first.
Yeah.
And in the next game, the next map is Dual Sight. Not a really good map for Command Center first.
No, not really.
But if they do go to a third game, for example, Virus is not going to feel comfortable going Command Center first because that type of build would work even on Calm Before the Storm.
Well, winning a game like that in game 1 is so important for a best of. It really sets the morale for one of the players. You know, it sets Boxer's morale very high, of course, and it sets Virus's very low. So that's going to make a big difference. I mean, StarCraft 2 is very much a mental game as well as a mechanical, and it's emotional as well.
Yeah, and Virus, there was nothing he could have really done better. Would he make a bunker like at the right side of his main or the left side of his main and at his ramp? No, of course he can't really do that.
Yeah, that's the thing. And you know, Boxer may have even been planning a different build too. He may have just been planning on doing Banshees, but because he saw that it was Command Center first, he's like, all right, well, I'm just going to do this instead.
Yeah.
And so if that's the case, you know, even better decision by Boxer. But either way, Virus is getting...
He followed up with Cloak Banshees of his own.
Yeah.
Virus is trying to get his Cloak Banshees out, which is quite good against what Boxer did, but he just couldn't survive long enough.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you go for a Command Center before the Banshees, they're just never going to get out in time for something like that. Yep. Definitely true. Very
really
cool
nicely controlled by Boxer. And, you know, we can't say anything bad about Virus because there's literally nothing he could have done in this case to defend against that.
Yeah.
Except making 2 bunkers randomly at 2 different places in this.
You know, and even then, the Reapers still have their grenades so they can hit your buildings.
It would have been tough.
It's messy.
And like they have speed too, so they could just.
Exactly.
It just goes on and on.
You can actually micro against the bunker, pull him back, let him get healed and stuff like that.
I love this song. I love Slayer's Boxer versus Virus. The second game is going to be just as awesome as this music right now. I can't get over it, man. I'm like
so
starting to
full of
dance
love.
right now.
All right, let's get in the game.